Hello, my family. Hello, my friends. We've just landed in 2026. I want to speak with all of you, my family and friends, as a pastor. That also in your planning and in your New Year's resolution, would you kindly also consider the Bible as one of your New Year's resolutions that you are going to engage yourself in a serious study of God's Word, the Bible. But we need to understand that if we are going to engage now in this serious study of the Bible, we need to understand that the Bible is an old document written in different dispensations and times. And the Bible was not written for us, but the Bible was written to us. If we can understand that on the word go, we are standing a good chance of succeeding. We need to understand that, as one scholar, Dr. Anang Asumang, says, that the Bible is a high context document. That means it is written with a certain culture in mind. For example, if we look at the letters of Paul, when he writes to the Corinthians, all these people, they are living in the Roman context, in the Greco-Roman world. They have a shared culture, a shared language, a shared belief system. To such an extent that Paul even says that some of the things there's no need for me to explain because it's supposed to be a common knowledge. But that common knowledge is not a common knowledge to us. Why it's not a common knowledge? Because there is a gap between the first century and the 21st century church. Culture, language evolves. For example, the Old English word gay, it means beautiful, bright, sparkling, lovely. But in our modern language, it explains sexuality. It explains a person in the LGBTQI community. But one thing I need to explain. So when we read the Bible, we find words like grace. We find words like justification, adoption. And these words we think we know. For example, the word faith, we think we know them because we use them in our day-to-day language in the modern era. But how they were understood in that time and how they are used today is totally different. That is why it's important that when we engage ourselves in the serious study of the word, we also have in mind the context of the writer, the author, his worldview, his culture, and also the people he was writing to. Then we will be able to understand it. Because Another scholar, Dr. Kevin Smith, he says, the Bible cannot mean to us what it did not mean to the intended audience and the author. With those words, thank you, and I hope you have a blessed 2026. This is my second day in 2026, and I'm welcoming you all in this page. Rev Ludomzonke. Shalom.